This guy, I swear.
Effective immediately, all national security tariffs under Section 232 and existing Section 301 tariffs, they're existing, they're there, remain in place, fully in place, and in full force and effect. Today, I will sign an order to impose a 10% global tariff under Section 122 over and above our normal tariffs already being charged. And we're also initiating several Section 301 and other investigations to protect our country from unfair trading practices of other countries and companies.
In a desperate, raging, purely ego-driven move, Trump imposes a 10% global tariff through executive order after the Supreme Court struck down his other tariffs, which were deemed illegal since he imposed them without congressional approval or a valid national emergency. So what does this mean for us? Well, we're now on the hook to pay back $175 billion in refunds. So, and though Trump claimed that the tariffs would be paid by exporters, in reality, consumers and businesses paid 90% of the tariffs in 2025. The inflation rates on food alone have gone up 2.9%, and our trade deficit in 2025 was still almost $1 trillion. So basically, the tariffs didn't work. So of course, he doubled down on them. No rhyme, no reason, just a massive FU to Americans because, I don't know, his feelings got hurt. Thankfully, these new tariffs are only good for 150 days, and to keep them up, he'll have to go before Congress and defend his decision. But like I said before, I predict that he'll be out of office long before then. However, that does bring up a serious question. Can we even trust Congress to act anymore? I mean, look around you. Where the F is Congress? Let's get into it.
I want to let you know that the United States is going to make a contribution of $10 billion to the Board of Peace. Thank you.
What? Remember when Bill Clinton did this with his Clinton Foundation? Bill's version of money laundering, allegedly, but Trump's not even pretending to be legit. He's just outright gonna do what? Funnel taxpayer dollars into his personal pet project? How's that gonna work? Only Congress has the power to appropriate funds. So did someone approve this? And if so, who? Because I want names. Furthermore,
We're going to make a deal, or we're going to get a deal one way or the other. I would think that would be enough time, 10, 15 days, pretty much maximum.
President Trump is giving Iran about 2 weeks to make a deal or face potential military action as tensions continue to rise. This, as the Wall Street Journal reports, that the president is weighing an initial limited strike to force Iran into a nuclear deal as if the worst is yet to come.
Are you serious? Trump shouldn't be anywhere near declaring war allegedly on behalf of Israel. He should be in prison.
Donald Trump is in the Epstein files thousands and thousands of times. In those files, there's highly disturbing allegations of Donald Trump raping children, of Donald Trump threatening to kill children. So I encourage your press to go look at these allegations. And I'm highly disturbed that Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche just got the law wrong. Yesterday, he said, essentially, that it is not a crime to party with Jeffrey Epstein. Well, that's actually not correct. If Jeffrey Epstein was human trafficking minors for these sex parties, and you show up and patronize the establishment at that party, yes, you're guilty.
Exactly. The fact that this Ted Lieu got up there and went full ham, 0 Fs given, but then does literally nothing about actually impeaching Trump so that he can be prosecuted makes me wonder, why not? And then there's this chick. That's Nancy Mace. She left the Epstein brief in tears, and then she said this.
These women will never get justice. Like so many women around the country who come forward, they will never get justice. I have lost all faith personally in the justice system. So the best thing we can do is expose what happened, expose who did it, and hope that they get shamed out of civil society, that they lose board seats, that they lose business, that they lose some of the successes that they have had, and are so embarrassed they just walk away. That's the best thing. Now, if someone goes to jail, I would be shocked.
Okay, so do it, Nancy. If that's the best case scenario, and you know the names, you know the crimes, you know all of it, then why won't you name them? I mean, right? Go ahead. You go first. Who's stopping you? Well. What do we have here? And look, it pains me to say this, but Massey, he's another one. On February 9th, Massey told reporters that 6 men were redacted from the Epstein List and that he, quote, probably should read their names from the floor. Then on February 11th, he vowed to publicly read Epstein's client list on the House floor if Pam Bondi refuses to unredact the names. Then on February 19th, Massey confirmed yet again that he's still prepared to read the names if it'll compel the DOJ to release the information. But now it's February 20th. So after publicly and rightfully going after the DOJ, he gets the unredacted files and does what exactly? Waste time mocking Trump for his ridiculous UFO files when that's nothing but a distraction and we couldn't care less about that? We don't need you to mock him, Massey. We need you to impeach him. And don't even get me started on Pam Bondi.
The Dow has shattered 50,000 for the first time. This is crazy. They said it couldn't be done in 4 years, yet President Trump has done it in 1 year. National median rents have fallen to a 4-year low thanks to Donald Trump. That's why they want to focus on Epstein and our most transparent president in the nation's history.
Barf. Bondi has to be the most depraved public servant alive. Sure, maybe she wasn't on the island. Although, honestly, who really knows, right? I mean, even the Hadid sisters ended up in those emails. But she's the worst because she alone has the power to bring these perverts to justice, which is her job, by the way. And besides, she even promised to do that. But now she won't. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is called dereliction of duty. And again, Congress has the power to impeach her. So then why the F haven't they done anything about that? What is the real holdup? Do you guys see what's going on here? This is all theater, all of it. Who are they taking their orders from? Because it's not us. And that's my point. If there's ever been a doubt that our government is utterly infiltrated by a foreign power, the past year alone should have put an end to that. If there's ever been proof that we're in the end stages of empire collapse, this is it. That even the spineless British were willing to arrest Prince Andrew for his criminal connection to Epstein while Trump is still in office says it all. Bondi claimed that if everyone linked to the Epstein files were charged, quote, the whole system would collapse. And just like that, she proved beyond the shadow of any doubt that not only is the world being run by sick pederasts and perverts, but that our Department of Justice is facilitating it. So is there hope? Yes. Article 5 of the Constitution. So far, 20 of the necessary 34 states have signed up and called for an Article 5 Convention of States. I'll leave a link below if you want to see if your state is one of them. This would allow local government to band together and propose ratifications, changes to the Constitution. What changes? Well, a balanced federal budget would be nice. Term limits, limits to federal powers. How about we get rid of the lobbyists? And that's just the start. It's not a perfect solution, but it's an option that's within our reach. If something can be destroyed by the truth, it should be. If we have to start over, so be it. It's not like we don't have structures and laws in place. It's that those structures and laws have been gutted for decades by cowards and traitors. I have no idea what change would look like. I'm not even sure if we have the stomach to do what needs to be done. But I sure hope so, because the status quo is untenable. See you on the next vid.